I'm starting the broadcast now, and I'm emailing it out to everyone.
Okay.
So everyone, please check your email. You should have a link there right now to go onto the Google Hangout.
I see your face. That's a good sign.
Yeah, sorry guys, this has never happened like that before. So that's unexpected. That's okay.
Okay. I think you're good. Did somebody else join?
Hi, Sydney.
Okay.
Okay, and I just put it into the meeting request as well. So it is in both locations. It should be in your email as well as in your calendars. So how's everyone doing tonight?
Good.
Okay. Who else just joined the call?
There's like, hi, this is Crystal Bronco.
Hi, Crystal. How are you?
Hi, doing good. How's it going?
Good. Okay, Sarah, let me know when I should go ahead and start.
Okay. I haven't heard from the RAs who are not yet on the call, so I think you should just go ahead and start giving the time, and they can just hop in whenever they like, and if not, then they can watch the recording. So I noticed there is a laugh in the broadcast versus the conference call.
Okay.
So is there a preference for questions? Do you want people to chime in on the cell phone or the conference call, or do you want them to use their computer if they have it? Does it matter?
They can use their computer if they can. Otherwise, we'll have some time at the end for questions. So if you could record any questions that you have and save them all at once. So if there is a bit of a delay, then we can just try to do that all at the same time.
Okay, all right. And I'll just do one final check before we get off the call to see if anybody else joins. Make sure I have everybody.
Okay, great.
All right, thanks, Rita.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. So welcome everyone to the GMS Alumni Online Community Training. So this is very exciting for us to have this online community, and we want to make sure that you all, especially as RAs and task group leaders, know how to best utilize the community. So I'll be going over a few different points today. The call will be recorded, so as Sarah mentioned, you should be able to see me on the screen earlier, and now you should be able to see the gmsalumni.org website. And if you need to review the call, you're going to be able to do that off of the Gates Millennium Scholars YouTube page. So can I just get like one or two folks? Sarah, can you see the gmsalumni.org website on your screen right now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good. So I'm going to go over some basic information first. So as you all know, the gmsalumni.org website is the external site that was revamped recently, but within that external site, there is also an internal community, the online community that you've all at this point logged into. I'm just going to start by talking about a few of the different ways that you can log into the community and how to even just get started. So when you're on the external site that you should see in front of you, anywhere you go on the external site, so regardless of what pages you go to, regardless of where on the external site that you are, you should be able to see both a home page as well as a login page. So if you click on the login page, that will take you directly to, if you're already logged in like I was, directly to the login page or directly to the GMS homepage. If you're on the homepage, you'll also be able to log in by going down to these little red circles and clicking onto community. So if you click onto community, and if like me, you save your username and password, you can log in very easily to the online community. So when you log in, the online community for the Gates Millennium Scholars Alumni Association looks like this. So anytime you see these white t-shirts, you see the Get Involved, you see your My page right there with all of these gray boxes, that is when you're in the GMS online community. So just so we're clear, if you click on the online community and go to this page with this picture that says, please click on communities to go to GMSAA community, that means that you're on the overall community page for UNCF. The GMSAA page is one of many scholarship pages. We're actually the first that will be incorporated into the overall online community. So if you do happen to get onto this page, you just click on communities and click directly onto communities. I'll explain these links a little bit later, but click directly onto communities and you'll be able to see the various communities that you can go into. So whether you want to go into one of the regions, and that'll take you scroll down the page to the various regions, whether you want to go to the main homepage or whether you're a task group leader and want to go to one of your task groups, you can do that. So what I'm going to do is start with the GMS homepage and talk about a few of the different ways that you can get to pages within the homepage. Also from the external skin, let me also really quickly mention that there are various pages on the external skin that have logins to the online community. So we talk about a discussion board, for example, on the outside community, but to actually log in, to actually see that discussion board or see the various discussion boards, you have to be logged in. So if I hadn't already logged in, this would take me to my page to put in my username or password. You'll also see that if you go to career tools, for example, for the opportunities page. So the opportunities page is for GMS alumni, by GMS alumni. So if you go onto that page and click on that link, you'll actually see a number of different fellowships, job opportunities, a number of different posts that myself, as well as we have some alumni. Catrice Barrett is actually an alum. Cameron Kennedy, all of these different folks are actually able to post into the online community onto this opportunities page. So one of the things that we wanted to talk about was also how to do that. So on the discussion board, the opportunities page being one of the discussion boards, the GMSA discussion here being one of the other discussion boards, you're able to post different things onto the online community. So whether that is a thread asking just a question that you're curious about, amongst your fellow alumni, whether that's talking about an event or different things that are happening, asking who's going to conferences, those different types of things. You can post that in a few different ways. So there's this quick post button right here. So I'm just going to post job opportunity as kind of a test page to post. So once you click post, you have the opportunity to either leave that as a main question and leave just the title, or you can go in and edit. Now, once you go in and edit, that title will still be in the body of the text, but you'll also be able to add description or text, whatever text you want to add within that actual opportunity, actual thread. So once you're finished with that, you go to post thread. You can actually preview it as well, but if you don't want to preview, you can also just go straight to post thread. You can also send a test email because this thread will actually go to 7 different users via their email because they've subscribed. So I'm not going to post this thread because it's just a test. So I'm going to hit cancel. And the way that people do subscribe and get those emails is here on this right side. So can everyone see the various characters on the right side? Right now I'm on add a thread. It says remove favorite. I've actually already favorited this page. Search and other little topics that pop up. Sarah, I'm going to test with you.
So with the lag, Reba, it's just now showing your job opportunities post where you click on preview or post a thread. So that's what it's showing on the screen right now.
Okay, cool. So,
So it's a little bit hard.
okay, are you able to see the characters on the right-hand side, or sorry, left-hand side of the screen?
Yeah, now they just popped up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is also an area where you can add a thread, and it's also somewhere where you can add the thread or blog post or different pages as a favorite. So anytime you click on a heart, that means that you have favorited the page. So I favorited the GMSAA discussion page, which means that the GMSAA discussion page shows up in the tabs on the top of my page. And because I want to go to this page often, that's something that I want to do so that I can go really easily to that discussion page or to that opportunities page, or as you can see, a few of the different regional pages that I just decided to favorite. So one of the other things that make it easier to be able to see what's going on in the community is under subscriptions. So if I hadn't already subscribed to this page, you could also see a little envelope that says subscriptions, and you would be able to subscribe to that page. So I'm going to go to a regional page that I haven't already subscribed to, and I'm going to do that by going to communities, to the regions, and I don't believe I've subscribed to the mountain page. So I'm actually going to add that as a favorite and say that I want to receive weekly notifications about that page. So I'm actually going to favorite this page. And so once that refreshes, the mountain page came up as one of the regions that I have favorited. And I can do this to as many or as few pages as I want. So I'm going to do that. I can also go to the blog, and the blog is actually an area where you can subscribe to that page as well. So on some of the pages you will see just the heart, on some of the pages you will see an envelope, and on the envelope, with the envelope, you'll be able to go to and subscribe and create a subscription. So to manage your subscriptions, you go to My Options, and you can do however many subscriptions you want all at once. If you go to My Options, My Subscriptions, and these are the various subscriptions that I have that I receive emails about. So if you go to Add Subscription, there's a little plus sign right here. You can select whatever categories you want and add the subscription. So under task groups, I'm going to add the subscription for the Engage My Brother's Keeper initiative. And anything that happens within that initiative, I want an immediate email. Whether that's a forum post, whether an event, whatever that is, I will be able to decide if I want to hear exactly what happens when it happens, or at the end of the week, in a digest email, whatever that looks like to me. So I'm going to add that. And one of the other things that folks were asking about was some basic editing of your pages. So I'm going to go over how to edit some of your community pages next. So during the April meeting, oh, go ahead, Sarah.
Reba, I know you said to ask questions later, but I just want to be clear, like as a regional advisor or even as a task group chair, you'll probably want to subscribe to that, or would you automatically get those notifications when somebody posts on that particular page?
No, that's a great question. So as a regional advisor or as a task group chair, you will want to post, or you will want to subscribe as well as favorite the the pages that are most important to you. So you may be a task group chair in one committee or in one task group, but you may be part of another task group. So when different things happen in either one of those circumstances, you want to know about them. And to be able to know about those things that are happening, you would want to subscribe to those pages and add them as a subscription.
Okay.
So if you are a regional advisor or task group chair, I'm also going to show you how to change those pages. So if you don't already have the admin link saved to your My Links, you definitely want to do that. So you can do this with any page. So I can add the subscription page. I don't really need to because it's already under my subscriptions. I can add a blog post. I can add any page that I see in the community. I can add to My Links or edit under My Links. And the way that you do that is either just add the page wherever you are, or you can go in and edit the links and add various links, move them up and down, whatever you want. And if you add one that you don't want, you just click the red X and remove that, delete that link. But what I'm going to do is go to admin links. This is the link that Ariel shared with you all during that April meeting. So if you don't have that link, definitely let us know. And if you don't have access to any of the pages that you feel like you should have access to, you may not have admin access to all of the pages that are not necessarily relevant to you. So if you're not a regional advisor, or if you're not a task group chair, you won't have admin access. But if you are part of that task group, you should still have that task group folder. If you're part of that region, whatever region you're part of, you should have access to all of the regions. And we did that because we want just a few people to be responsible for actually editing and adding folks and getting them engaged within the regions or within the task groups. But we also want folks to be able to see, if I move from New York to Florida, be able to see the different regions, whether I'm in that region currently or not. And so the task groups are more private than the regions. Regions are really accessible to everybody. So if you're not in a task group, or if you don't see a task group folder that you believe that you should have, if you are part of that task group or committee, please definitely send me an email and I will make sure that you are part of that. So back to the admin page. So under admin links, you will see first the content management system home. This is to the outside page. So really you all don't need to be doing anything with this page. It's really the regional pages under community pages. So more options is the red button. And once you hover over more options, community pages will come up. Once you click on community pages, those are the individual pages that are available for you to edit based on your region or your task group. So I'm just going to pick a task group. I'm going to go with My Brother's Keeper again and go to that task group, engage in My Brother's Keeper initiative, and go to the default page. Now this is just the page that we created as a default to make sure that all the pages are consistent, have you not have to do too much, and give you a starting place to be able to add in whatever you'd like. So right now it just kind of has like gibberish. So if Terry wanted to go in and say, hello, my name is Terry Allen. I am leading this initiative. If I can spell, he can go in and do that. He can go in and put in whatever the mission of the initiatives are, whatever information is relevant to the task group committee members. And then whatever he wants to add in, he just clicks OK. I'm going to also go in and show you if you have an image that you want to input, you go in and add image, choose the file off of your computer. I currently don't have an image, so I'm not going to do that at this point. And then just hit OK. And you can add that image right onto that page, so wherever your browser is. And if you have any trouble adding the image, I know at one point we were having some trouble wrapping the text, let us know and we can help to flip that image or wrap the text around it, however you'd like to add it in there. But these are meant to just be a form of communication. So instead of having a Google Drive or something to that effect as an extra added widget that you all need, you will have this within the online community. So I'm just going to click OK. So once again, that is admin links, more options, community pages, and all of the various community pages are there, and the ones that you all are able to edit. You may be seeing more on my screen than what is available to you since I have the full admin access. All of those things are available to you. And it looks like the college completion task group has added a file. Or that may have just been a test. So next thing I'm going to show you is how to add files. So within each of the communities, you have the opportunity to add a file. So we've added a few already. So I'm going to go into the GMSAA main library. So files, GMSAA main library, and within that, you have this quick post once again. So you can go in and whatever file that you have, you put in the title. So just going to put my name, Reba, add the file, and it looks like that's not working on my side at the moment, but you can still go onto add a file on the left-hand side and add it that way. So you just go in, add the information, and what that looks like is I've added a number of files already. So on the main GMSAA page, on the very bottom, there are a number of, or there were a number of files that have been inputted recently. And they will also show up in latest forums and latest things that have been happening in the community. So files would be helpful. Oh, here are the hottest files. So if you just click on files, files are helpful for particularly our American Cancer Society partnership. I've added a number of different files and objectives. The presidential priorities are here. I believe Sharon added that right at the April meeting when we were doing the soft launch. Whatever you think that the community would find helpful, or if you want to go in and share something with other members of the community, this is a place to be able to do that. You can also do that within the particular task group as well. So I'm going to do that. Or within a particular region. So I'll choose a region this time. So I'm in the mountain region at the moment, and currently there are no events, no forums, anything. You can add these things to your specific region. So latest in forum. So I want to add a forum post, for example. You can go in, through that specific regional page. And this is the envelope that I was talking about earlier, subscribing to the topic. You can add a thread, you can favorite it so that it shows up here on the top of the screen for you, so you can go to it very quickly. You can do a number of different things. You can search within the forums as well if there's a particular topic that you're interested in. Recent stories. This is an area where people can share articles. And then if you'd like to add a calendar event, you can also do that on the top left-hand corner within the region. So you can add the calendar event. You can add that to your own individual calendar, and that event will pop up here in upcoming events. And when you upload files, you can also upload them to specific communities if you'd like them. If it's a specific flyer or specific thing to something in Idaho, Colorado, Wyoming, or Montana, I would upload that file specifically to the Mountain Region's file library. So the last few things that I'm going to go over are more so about engagement, more so than like logistics of how to use the community. So one of the main things that we've been doing is updating the blogs, updating the opportunities page, and just trying to get folks to subscribe to topics and favorite topics within the community. So a great way to do this, or a great way to engage more, is to like different articles. So when I like it, other people can see that this is an article that multiple people are interested in, that I want to engage with. You can also share the blog posts or blog articles on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So this is a great way for folks to engage right now, because we've currently made the blogs public, and we'll continue to do so for a little while until we can get a little bit more engagement. So once I hit this Facebook share, it has me logged in already on my computer to Facebook, and I can go in and actually share what's going on within that article and talk about how great it is and how they should read the articles about graduate school or professional development or whatnot. So not everyone is able to just go in and add a blog article the way that they are a forum. So in a forum post, you can go in and add a thread, and anyone within the community can do that. The blog articles are really meant for a longer post. They're within a series or within a group of different articles or topics. And so we are starting a blog team to be able to follow those themes and be able to write those articles. Whereas the forums, anyone can post, anyone can reply. And if you subscribe to the forum, then you will get the messages saying this is what folks are writing about, or this is someone responding to your post. And you can reply directly to those posts within the forums, whether that be the discussion posts or the GMSA discussion forum or the GMSA opportunities forum. So this question, how has GMS changed the course of your life? A number of people have responded back to it. And this was just an alum who was interested in talking about the overall scholarship program and how it has changed the course of so many people's lives. So, so yeah, I think that's a good overview. In terms of getting alumni to start responding to threads, I would first encourage folks to subscribe and favorite those different posts. And then from there, they'll start getting the notifications. I think right now folks are very new to the community, not really sure, not aware probably that they can subscribe or they can favorite different things. And so I think that's possibly why folks are not necessarily logging in to see that there has been a reply and whatnot. But you can see there is definitely some activity within the community, but I would say right now more so on the general and the large scale GMSA discussion boards or within the blogs and things like that. So hopefully in the future we will have more so more engagement within the actual regions. But one thing I would encourage you all to do as regional advisors, if you haven't already, is go to your My page. And so you'll see on the screen, just going to GMSA communities on the right-hand side, there is a little person character, and you can go in and upload your picture, add your Facebook handles, add your Twitter, LinkedIn handles, and go in and update whatever information you want. And you can actually make visible whatever information you want. So I updated my profile with various hobbies and educational background and affiliations and all kinds of things. So it serves kind of as a LinkedIn professional development networking tool, as well as an opportunity for folks to just connect within the community. You can go in and edit your profile. You can decide what your preferences are and see what you want to make visible. So if you don't want everything to be visible, you don't necessarily have to have it be. But if you ever get an email, you'll also see it goes directly to your almost like a dashboard or your news feed to say, these are the people that I followed, or these are the people that have been following me. And I would also go just to the main page, to the main GMSA page, look at the latest visitors, look at who is in the community, and click on their pictures and add them to your network or start following them. I've actually already followed this person that I clicked on right now, but they'll get an email saying this is someone trying to connect with you within the community. So I think the more and more people do that, the more and more people will continue to engage within the community or try to find other members within the community. So I'm going to give it just one moment for the delay and then take any questions folks might have.
Reba, could I ask a quick question? I think
Sure.
I'm caught up now.
Okay, great.
You mentioned that I guess the login portion, the community, the private portion was now open to everyone, so that
No,
they're
not all of it. So the blogs are open.
oh, not all of it. Oh, just the blog. Okay.
Just the blogs.
So if you mentioned sharing, you mentioned sharing stuff on our social media sites to get people to go to this site and engage. So that would only apply to blog posts?
That would apply to the blog posts. The forum posts are still private.
Okay.
As well as the regional pages, they would have to log in to actually be part of the regional pages.
Okay. And is there a link, I didn't see, and I hadn't noticed before, is there a link to like share on Facebook or share on Twitter, or do you just have to copy and paste the link to do that?
So there is for the blogs. For the blogs on the left-hand side,
Okay. Yeah.
if you actually click into the blog, so if you go into Quick Tip, Find Friends Fast, which is one of the things that we're doing to try to increase engagement, the left-hand side, there's a Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. And one of the things that you can do if you prefer not to have the URL, because the URL, because it's part of the overall UNCF community, is onlinecommunity.uncf.org. You can actually change the onlinecommunity.uncf.org to gmsalumni.org and just keep the latter part of the URL if you want it to, if you're afraid it's going to confuse people. So if I do that, copy and paste it, it'll still go to that page if someone is logged in for other parts of the community, or even if they're not logged in currently for the blog.
Okay. I see now. I see where it shows the link to share.
And if they still need to log in, they can go to the login page or go to the community link from the home page.
Okay.
Any other questions?
I think that was very helpful, Reba, in especially on the tips for engagement. And so I'll be sure and kind of point those out and remind the RA how to do that and share some ideas. How long will the blog post be open to like non-members? Do you guys have a set date, or are you just going to kind of play that by ear?
So we were planning on only keeping it open the last week, and actually it's been kept open now just over, I mean, it was supposed to be closed yesterday, and I decided to keep it open because I think that there are a lot of really helpful posts about graduate school, quick tips within the community, and we'll actually be loading the incoming class of seniors pretty soon. So I may actually keep it open. Do folks have an opinion on whether to keep it open or closed?
I think it's a great way to try to get people in and get them engaged. Like they see part of what is being offered. It's like a base, out there dangling off, so, and at least if we really get strong in terms of the presence there on the online community, I would vote to keep it open.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. So what we may do is actually create an external page too, with the blogs being kind of an outward facing piece of the overall online community. And so anyone can like them, anyone can see them until we decide otherwise. But if you haven't already read some of the blog posts or gone in and seen some of the forum posts, I definitely recommend it. There have been some really awesome posts, whether it's just quick tips, finding different things within the online community and determining how to be engaged with awesome screenshots and Ariel creating some videos, or really awesome professional development, graduate school development, and like raising awareness about your own career passions and things like that. So we have a professional life coach currently working on the blogs for us and posting twice a week, and she's awesome. And we've had some really cool discussions already going on within the discussion posts, as well as really cool opportunities. So those are three of the main areas that we've been trying to focus on to engage people within the online community.
Do you have any other tips for the RAs regarding engagement on the forums? Like, should we mix it up with like formal and informal type discussions, like maybe in terms of who's living in what cities, like maybe post the city, there's a lot, like for my region, I think Houston is a pretty big city, so how many scholars are online that are from Houston, and then see who posts, or should we be looking for articles and things that are relevant to our alumni? Like I found the one poster, I just happened to read an article when I was searching online about negotiating a job offer, like salary for a job offer. Like if you come across something, is that a good tip for them? Like kind of.
No, I think that's a great idea of something to post on the forum. I think that's great. So any sort of article that's relevant. I saw one today about women in the workplace and how women create their own glass ceilings. And I think that could be a really interesting topic of discussion, whether that is something that people believe or whether that's something that they totally disagree on. I think that could definitely be a space to have that conversation. I think some of the more relevant discussions that I've seen and some of the more popular ones have been just people's opinions. You can actually see where should we go for our next alumni receptions has 26 views and has probably the most replies in terms of where we should go. We also have a topic on Rachel Jolazal that was viewed about 30 times. We have one in regards to entry-level job expectations that was viewed a number of times. So I think those types of discussions around professional development, around how to engage with other alumni, maybe joining task groups could be like a part of the discussion board, and see if folks are interested in being part of parts of the task group, or in joining an entire committee, or being part of a webinar. Those are definitely things that I've seen people really engage with.
Okay.
Yeah. I think the hardest thing right now is people are not automatically subscribed to the regions. And I think if you all can encourage them to subscribe to the regions and add their region to their subscriptions. So once again, going to my options, my subscriptions, and choosing where they want to actually see information from, and like tailoring that to themselves, I think that's where you would probably have the most luck in terms of getting people to respond based on even knowing that these conversations are happening. And I think part of that is just knowing the community, and we're actually in the process of creating more videos around that as well.
I have a question. So to get more alumni scholars to subscribe, is there like a sample email that we can have of like telling them to like the steps that they can do in order to subscribe? Because I wanted to email everyone and then realize that I myself didn't have like all the instructions, or what are the, even though they're not that difficult, of like what I should tell scholars when I do send out, if I do send out an email or post it on Facebook.
Yeah, that's actually a really great suggestion. I can write that up for you all, and I can send that to the group, and we can post that either on Facebook, or you can send that out via email, or both.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, no, that's great. We've actually, I know I've posted some stuff about that, but hopefully if they hear it from you all, it'll resonate a little bit more. I think part of it too is the fact that it's summertime. I think people are a little bit more all over the place when it's summertime. And so when it's during the year, I think it'll be easier to engage folks. And with this being a very new thing, I think it'll take some getting used to, because people go onto an online community and they want it to be Facebook or they want it to be LinkedIn, but you had to learn those as well. And unfortunately, it's not exactly like any of the other online communities. It's its own thing, fortunately or unfortunately. And so there are definitely going to be aspects of it that are going to be a little bit of a learning curve. And so I think the subscribing piece may be one of those aspects. But that's a great suggestion, Jenny. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Cool. Any other questions? Great.
Thank you, Rita. We appreciate it. And you'll send a link out to get to the recorded version of the Hangout.
Sounds good. I will send that link out sometime tomorrow.
That's fine. And then thanks for staying late. I know it's really late there. So before we get off the call, I just want to do a last check and make sure that I have everybody recorded who was here today. So I have